Hello and welcome to What's Next Weekly, Premier NX's weekly podcast for forward-thinking leaders who aren't just keeping up with change, they're defining what comes next.
I'm Sofia Grant.
And I'm Alex Reed. Each week we break down the biggest challenges and opportunities in business growth, digital transformation, and AI, giving you the insights you need to lead with confidence.
In today's episode, we're tackling the invisible anchor on mid-market growth, outdated beliefs about the back office. We're busting 5 back-office outsourcing myths that stifle mid-market growth, from losing control to the fear that your business is too unique to scale.
Let's get started.
Right, so let's get right into this massive operational trap that catches so many mid-market companies off guard.
Yeah, the $200 million trap.
Exactly. You finally hit $200 million in revenue, which is amazing, but your back office, it's still operating like you're only making $50 million.
It's crazy. I mean, finance is just, they're constantly putting out fires.
Yep.
HR is stretched way too thin.
And your data is completely fragmented. What's fascinating here is that 45% of organizations right now are actually expanding their outsourcing to fix this exact bottleneck. They realize these old beliefs are actively holding them back.
But there's definitely still, a lot of hesitation out there. Giving up your internal team feels a bit like jumping without a parachute. People are terrified of losing control.
Sure, that's myth 1, but the reality is what we call governance by design. You aren't losing visibility at all.
You're actually systematizing it, right?
Exactly. Instead of relying on the comfort of walking down the hall to ask your finance guy a quick question.
Which they might not have the bandwidth to answer anyway.
Right. You rely on structured service level agreements and real-time dashboards. This actually gives you superior continuous visibility compared to an overstretched internal team that just scrambles to give you a fragmented monthly report.
That makes a lot of sense. It shifts from feeling out of control to actually having much better data.
Yeah.
But wait, let me stop you there. Isn't outsourcing traditionally just about cutting costs and finding cheap labor?
That is myth 2, and it's an incredibly outdated way to look at it. Really, it's about strategic bandwidth. Yes, you get operational efficiencies, but the true goal is freeing your top talent from routine administration.
Ah, so you want your best people focused entirely on the strategic initiatives that actually drive revenue.
Precisely. Getting them out of the weeds so they aren't constantly putting out administrative fires.
I can definitely see how freeing up time drives revenue. But I think a lot of founders hesitate because of pride. Like, there's this assumption, myth 3, that an external team will never care as much as the people inside the building. Does quality inevitably take a hit?
It contradicts that assumption entirely. It's called the quality multiplier effect. Standardized processes, specialized expertise, and built-in QA layers easily beat internal tribal knowledge.
Tribal knowledge being that, that one person who knows how a crucial process works, and if they leave, the whole thing falls apart.
Spot on. Relying on tribal knowledge is actually a massive liability. When you remove daily distractions and bring in specialized teams, your consistency and quality actually scale up.
Okay, but getting to that standardized point, myth 4 is the transition itself. Leaders fear the switch is just going to be pure chaos and interrupt the business.
It doesn't have to be. And if done right, it shouldn't be. You use a staged transition methodology.
Let's break that jargon down a bit. What does that actually look like in practice?
Think of it like a relay race. You don't just drop the baton. You map the workflows and run parallel shadowed operations.
So you literally run side by side during a shadow period.
Exactly. Until the new team is perfectly up to speed. Then you execute phased handoffs with heavy support. You build stability from day 1.
Here's where it gets really interesting to me. We hear this all the time. Our business is too unique. Leaders think their processes are just too complex or industry-specific to hand off.
Myth 5. And, ironically, those highly complex, unique processes are the ones that desperately need structured execution the most. The solution is an adaptive partnership model.
Meaning it's not just some generic out-of-the-box playbook being forced onto you.
Not at all. It involves deep cultural immersion from day 1, so the process is tailored to your specific environment. It becomes a customized engine designed for your unique workflows, not a one-size-fits-all approach.
So what does this all mean for you as a leader? Let's leave you with this thought. If your leadership team was completely freed from back-office firefighting today, What massive growth milestone could you conquer tomorrow?
That really is the ultimate question. It's all about unlocking your true potential.
And that brings us to the end of our discussion on busting the myths of back-office outsourcing. We hope this gives you a clearer path to building a workforce that scales with your ambitions.
Absolutely. If today's episode resonated with you, please subscribe to What's Next Weekly on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss a conversation. Leaving a rating or review helps us connect with more leaders like you.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your biggest takeaway from today? Which myth hit closest to home? Share with us on LinkedIn by tagging PremierNX and using the hashtag What's Next Weekly.
For more insights, show notes, and resources from today's discussion, visit our website at premiernx.com.
A quick note, this podcast episode is based on articles and industry insights and was produced with the support of Google AI services.
Join us next week on What's Next Weekly, Premier NX's weekly podcast, where we'll continue exploring how to turn today's operational challenges into tomorrow's growth opportunities.
Until then, keep building what's next.